What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to teach you my step-by-step tips and tricks on how exactly I organize the flow of my videos and my scripting in order for me to increase my watch time, increase my subscriber rates, and overall increase my engagement rates. So if you like the way that I organize my videos and you want to learn how to do it too, then keep on watching. Now, before I spill all of the beans on my tips and tricks, something that you really need to know about succeeding on YouTube is that watch time is king. And what I mean by this is that if you want to succeed on YouTube, you need to make sure that your watch time is as high as possible, because the higher the watch time shows to YouTube that people are actually really engaged while watching your video. At the end of the day, all YouTube cares about is pushing videos that are engaging. That's why you not only have to create quality content, but the way that you script or the way that you flow your videos is equally as important. That's why in today's video, each tip and trick that I'm going to share with you is really to help you boost that watch time so that your audience will watch until the end. That said, let's just dive right into tip number one, and that tip is to keep your introductions short. Now, if you are familiar with my channel, you'll notice that a lot of my recent videos, I dive right into the first point as soon as possible. I don't spend a lot of time introducing myself, asking people to subscribe to me, asking people to put on their notification bells. I just dive right into the point. And the reason why I do this is because when I actually look at my YouTube analytics and I look at my audience retention report, which is basically a tool on YouTube that exists to show you where exactly people are dropping off, I noticed that a lot of people were dropping off because my intros back then were way too long. That's why since then I have corrected my mistake, and now I don't spend too much time on my intros and I give people exactly what they want, because at the end of the day you need to realize that people don't care if you ask them to subscribe to you. They don't care if you ask them to hit the notification bell. What they're there for is to get the information. So if you are spending the first few minutes of your video talking about yourself, talking about your life, begging someone to subscribe to you, they're probably not going to. At the end of the day, you really need to realize that people will subscribe to you if they like your content. So that's why you need to dive into that content right away. The second tip that I have for you when you are scripting your videos or organizing the flow of your videos is to tell your audience right from the get-go exactly what they're going to learn. What you need to realize is that nobody likes to waste time. So if you are honest right from the beginning and tell someone, in this video today, you're going to learn blank, they have a higher chance of sticking around because they know exactly what they are opting into. And what I mean by this is that most people here on YouTube do not have a lot of patience, meaning that they're not going to spend 10 minutes watching your video if they have no idea what they're in for. Not only this, on YouTube, it's a very competitive space. There are tons of content creators that are doing the exact same topic as you. So in order for you to stand out, you need to be able to really clearly communicate what exactly your audience is going to get out of watching your video within at least the first minute of having your video on. The third tip that I have for you is to make your videos step by step and easy to follow. Now, this piece of advice is specifically really helpful for those of you who post educational content just like me. And what you'll notice in pretty much all of my videos are organized in a way where it's step by step. I walk you through tip 1, tip 2, tip 3, and on top of that, I put text to physically show you where we're at in the video. By structuring your videos this way and also visually showing people where they're at, it's going to decrease the chances of your audience feeling lost or frustrated, and it will also help them follow along a lot easier when you're going through your content. Now, the reason why I have implemented this tip and tactic into my own videos is because I myself, as a viewer, when I'm watching another YouTuber's video and there's no clear structure or path, I often lose my patience and I click out. Now, maybe it's just a personal preference, so I'd love to know. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think, or if that's the same for you. Because for me, when I ask my audience or when I listen to feedback, most people in my community really enjoy having a structured video so they know that they're not wasting time with me. Let me know. Now, the fourth tip that I have is a personal rule of thumb that I follow, and that is I always make sure that my videos aren't over 15 minutes long. And the reason why I set that as a rule of thumb for my channel, at least, is that I notice when my videos are longer than that, my watch time tends to dramatically go down. And I'm pretty sure that's because most people don't have the patience to watch a 15+ minute video unless it's like a Shane Dawson series or something. That being said, to add on to that, if you want to make sure that your videos don't exceed 15 minutes, just try your best not to cram too much information for your audience. You don't really want to overwhelm your audience too much. Now, in the beginning, and even to this day, what I do is I actually physically script out my videos. Now, if you want to learn more about that, make sure you click this video right here. But for now, what you need to know is that when you at least have an outline, or you have a bullet point list, or you have a full script of what you're going to say, you're going to be able to control the timing of your video a little bit better versus just freestyling when you're on camera. Now, what I notice is that people tend to have a love-hate relationship with scripting. scripting. But personally for me, what works is at least having a bullet point list or an outline of what exactly I'm going to say in each video. Because if I don't and I freestyle on camera with no outline at all, I have a tendency to overshare, ramble, and all these things that will end up making my video be a lot longer than it needs to be. On top of that, when you're editing your videos, really look at each piece of content that you're sharing and ask yourself, is this really relevant? Does my audience actually benefit from this? Because a lot of times as content creators, we end up putting unnecessary information in videos. So just make sure that you're trying to have your videos to be as concise as possible without you sharing unnecessary information. Moving on to the fifth tip that I have for you, and that is to make sure your audience doesn't know that your video is ending. Now, what I mentioned earlier in this video is that when I was looking at my YouTube analytics, specifically my audience retention report, where it shows you when people are dropping off, not only were people dropping off in the beginning of my video, but they were also dropping off at the end. And when I really looked at when they were dropping off, what I realized is that people would drop off when I would say things like, "That's it guys," or "This is my last tip," or "That's the end of the video." When you say words like that, people will automatically assume that the video really is over and click out. That's why if you still have information to share, even if you've given your last piece of advice, make sure you're not using words that are signaling to your audience that the video is pretty much over. What I've been experimenting on my channel is that I just keep going, which leads me to my next tip. And that is to keep your end screens in your video while you're still talking. Something that I used to have on my channel was a branded end screen template that would play automatically at the end. But when I was looking at my analytics, everyone would have dropped off before that point, which would prevent people from actually watching the other videos that I was recommending. That's why what you'll notice in my most recent videos, I'm always pointing to the end screens while they're running. I'm still talking while the end screens are rolling in order to show my audience that the video's not over yet, but it pretty much is. So make sure you check out these two videos right over here. This has significantly helped me in terms of gaining audience retention. Now, if you really want to see this tip live in action, all you have to do is stick around till the end of this video. But anyways, the next tip that I have for you that has really helped me and that I've been recently implementing is teasing your next video. What you'll notice recently that I've been doing on my channel is that when the video is ending, I'm letting my audience know exactly what the next video will be. That has actually really helped me increase my views for that next video. Now, obviously, to successfully implement this tip, you need to be really organized in terms of your content calendar. For me, I have already planned out all the videos that I'm going to be posting for the month. That's why it makes it really easy for me to tell my audience exactly what they're going to be expecting in the next video. Personally, when I start saying that near the end, especially while the end screens are still rolling and when the audience doesn't really know that the video is actually ending, it has really significantly helped me increase the views of my future videos. Now, speaking of future videos, if you love the tips that I gave you on how to really organize the flow of your YouTube videos, then make sure you hit the notification bell, because in the next video, I'm gonna make you put it in practice by teaching you how to be more confident on camera for YouTube. Now, if you wanna learn more about social media, business, and life in general, make sure you really check out these two videos right here. See what I'm doing? I'm putting everything I'm teaching you in action. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys have a great day, a great week, and a great life, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.